You know, it's a really unfortunate thing that my brother is telling everybody that there's no will, and that the videos are somehow coerced, or they're fake. He is truly sick, and I have a lot of pity for him. He's a veteran, and he actually went AWOL, and my father had to pay lawyers too for that, because he ended up in Walter Reed Medical Center. He ended up getting an honorable discharge, but never actually deployed. And subsequently and prior to that, he constantly was getting in trouble with the law, and he cost my dad his entire life savings. And now, what he's doing by continually wanting to take from my father everything, even after he's dead, and just run my name through the mud, make these really terrible accusations about my wife and I. It's just sad. It's terribly unfair. During the pandemic, my dad was trying to print out a formal a will with the help of both of his friends who can bear witness to this, and to contest this and to drag this out into court, and to not comply with signing a simple waiver so I can proceed with the deed transfer, but to make up all these accusations to have the police forcibly vacate me from my home, because you lied to the judge and said you lived here. That's sick. It's crazy. And, I felt like, keeping a secret from the world how disturbed my brother was for all these years to sort of protect him. But I just hope he gets the help he needs. He's had a lot of girls accused him of assault and attacking them, and my wife is terrified of him. And he's called the police on people over the slice of pizza. He threatened to call the police on my neighbors. My neighbor next door, she's terrified of him. So was my wife. So are my ex-girlfriends. He's assaulted both my ex-wife and my ex-girlfriend. He's threatened them. He needs help. He needs serious, serious help. I'm not trying to badmouth him or put him in a bad way. But instead of me being able to grieve the death of my father, okay, and move on here, I'm faced with multiple court dates that I have to deal with because of his craziness. Okay, and I mean, this is a large amount of responsibility that I've assumed here, and even with my dad's small pension, we were struggling financially, and I'm still and doing the best that we could. And I was his primary caregiver. I was his nurse 24/7. Not once did Andreas help out. Not once did he come to the hospital. In 5, 6 years that he was evicted from here for squatting in the backyard, because he wasn't even living here then. He was still actually very much evicted 5 years prior to that. Okay? He just yelled and screamed at my dad and I on the phone, and would refused to show me the basic respect and courtesy, and it's so upsetting. I want to document this because I'm documenting my life. I'm a video vlogger, and it's just upsetting because I had really hoped that I could somehow get through to Andreas that I love him, that I care about him, and I really, really tried to get along with him, and it was like it was some kind of very narcissistic, manipulative thing that he did, telling us that, oh, I'm just going to stay in the studio for free for a year, so I could save up money and go for Florida. And we felt bad for him, and I said, I tried to entertain that idea, and then I realized, no, he's stealing my dad's cameras, selling them. He's insulting and threatening my wife and I. That's crazy. It never worked out to begin with while I was taking care of my father all these years. And then when I was working in the city and having to quit my jobs and come up here because my dad said, Andres isn't taking care of me, come take me to the hospital. I had to break my dad out of a rehab center and a nursing home twice while I was working full-time in the city because my brother had abandoned and abused him, and he was sick. My father ended up hospitalized in a nursing home, said, please, Ollie, get me out of here. Come stay at the house. Okay? And every single time I had to do that, Andreas would fight me. And he made our lives miserable. The kid has a mental illness. He's still going to like nightclubs thinking that he's some famous DJ and that you know, he pays to go hang out with celebrities. I don't know what the heck his kind of career was or what the heck was going on with him, but he's never really had to interact with people in a professional, normal way. And his ex-girlfriends have told me that. They've told me that he's mean to everybody he comes in contact with, and he's rude and disrespectful. And he got fired from this job he had because they kept telling him, "Hey, Andreas, don't take the cars home." I even went once to his job to bring him some mail. Okay, because he refused to have his mail, stop forwarding it to here. My dad said, "Here, bring this to him and tell him." So he finally got an apartment. He had his mail sent there or whatever. And I met his supervisor. And supervisor, you know, said your brother doesn't like to be told what to do. And we kept telling him, "Don't take the cars home. Don't take the cars home." And he just kept taking them home. Okay, I had the Enterprise people come over here from Enterprise rent a car, telling me that my brother didn't return the car, that they were going to call the police on him. I had to bail him out of so many times. He was getting evicted. People were going to steal his property. People were going to beat him up. I had to tell the police so many times not to arrest him, not to press charges. It's been like this, constant court dates with this kid. Please get him some help. I can't deal with it anymore.